Recording is in progress. It's the drinking video, the beer video, and the drinking video. We drink things. That's not
Yes.
necessarily beer. Hi, Helen. Can we talk about the amazing pie that you made for your husband tonight? Because
Oh,
it's gazing at those photos.
Matt had a Magic the Gathering tournament today, out of town. He got eliminated pretty early, so he was feeling a little down. So I'd asked him previously what his favorite Magic the Gathering creature was, and it's this like little sentient bush with like a cat face kind of, and like its magic power I think is that it expands to fit any space. I don't know, I'm not as deep in the lore as this. It's called a bushwagga and it's adorable, so I did some pastry work and um, just covered this pie in branches and a little cat face, and he was pretty happy with it. So
That's
I'm
good.
very I made a bunch of food today and I'm extremely tired.
Yeah. I uh I went out to buy a lot of pot today, and on my way back, my car was rumbling, and I'm like, "What is this?" So I pulled over in a Target, and I looked, and I was like, "Oh, my front passenger side tire is like bald." I take
Oh,
good care of my cars.
oh yeah.
Car. And so I was like, "Oh shit. It's fair. This is not a good tire. I should be taking better care of my car." So I carefully drove home with all the pot, and I bought some records. I bought the new Catatonia and Obituary self-titled album. So I was like, I need to get all this precious cargo home very carefully, and I now have to go to Pep Boys tomorrow.
Yeah, love spending hundreds of dollars on cars. I don't
That's
miss that.
great. Yeah, I'm very excited. But we're here to drink things, Helen, and you went first last time because the sticker is up, because I put the sticker back up. So now I'm going to take the sticker down. This incredible process I have. And my beer, I actually bought this last week because I completely forgot that we weren't doing a video last week. So I've had this chilling in the refrigerator. It's called Les Trobe Lager. It's a crisp lager brewed with cranberry and orange. And if you see the front of the can, it's got Mr. Rogers. It's got Arnold Palmer, who is a golf legend. I don't fuck with golf, so I know who he is, and he's drinking an Arnold Palmer. There's a banana
Right.
split, and I don't know what that is. That might be St. Vincent. I don't know, but
You're good as mine, frankly.
yeah. But the can was cool. It's made by FS Brewing. I don't think I've ever had a beer by them before. But yeah, it's basically to celebrate the town of Latrobe, which is in Westmoreland County. Oh, Four Seasons Brewing. Never mind. We have done stuff by them before. Um, it's out in Westmoreland County, so it's probably a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. And I'm drinking out of a Finn Balor glass. I've had this glass for years. He's a WWE character. He doesn't dress like this anymore. He's a different character now, but whatever. Yeah. Let's rip this bitch open. And it is a really boring lager color, but it is a lager, so no complaints. It's very light. That's what it looks like. It just looks like your standard lager. Like somebody stood and pissed in half my glass. It just smell. It doesn't smell good. It does not smell good.
Not promising so far, huh?
Yeah, everything's going great. Let's try it. Well, if that's not a sad lager, it's not good. It has that very cheap American adjunct beer taste that if you're having like a Rolling Rock or a Budweiser or something like that, that real kind of coating the back of the tongue with cheap hops and water It just tastes it's not a good lager. It's a very cheap tasting lager. And I
Mm.
feel bad because the other stuff I've had from Four Seasons Brewing I've liked. Um, maybe I'm just not a lager guy. Um,
Yeah,
although
that's kind of feel about most non-Czech style pilsners. Like I've had
yeah,
authentic German pilsner, like made according to Bavarian purity laws, and it still tastes like mud puddle to me.
yeah,
So some styles you just don't like sometimes, you
yeah.
know?
I get a little bit of the. I'm gonna take another sip just so I can comment more. Yeah, it just tastes like a cheap beer somebody would hand you at a football game. There's a little bit of cranberry. I do taste a little bit of that. I'm not getting much of the orange. Um, I mean, it's inoffensive. Let's put it that way. It's not like it's gross. I think I mischaracterized this a little bit. It's not. It's just a cheap beer. It just tastes like a cheap beer. That maybe somebody squeezed a little.
Or a salted caramel lager, and that sounds like a similar situation where it's just like, you get a little hint of the flavor, but it's mostly like nasty, cheap tasting beer. And I don't mean to shit talk Modest. They made some beers I really like, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was swing and a miss.
The best lager that I can ever remember having was actually at Dogfish Head. They made a beer called Beer Thousand, which was named after the Guided by Voices album B Thousand, and it was so good. Did you ever hear the story about I can't remember his name from Guided by Voices?
I know who you're talking about. I can't
No, I
remember his
mean
name.
the only guy who's in Guided by Voices who's been in it forever. So I guess whenever they were making the beer, because I guess he has a notorious beer drinking problem. When they had him in there, like whenever they were producing the beer, and I guess he was just grabbing beers off of the conveyor line and just drinking them.
No,
But
buddy.
when I was at Dogfish Head, whenever I was at their brew pub, I had it on draft and I posted a picture just, holding the beer. And I don't even think I tagged Guided by Voices in it, but they responded and liked the post. So I was like, well, my night's made because, Guided by Voices liked my post. So that was my favorite lager I've ever had. This one I'm never gonna drink again. I'm not gonna finish this one. This one's gonna go in the toilet. But it's fine. It's not my thing. Maybe if people are out there and like a cheap lager, who am I to shit on your fun? So
Well, I also
Helen, you
feel like
have something interesting.
you could go with a less fussy one.
What's that?
Um, well, I'm just thinking like there's a couple smaller breweries around here, like craft breweries, who do like, you know, kind of their version of like basic bitch lagers,
Yeah.
essentially.
We have one of those like 5 miles down the road. Yeah.
Yeah, like the cheap beer around here is Hams. You may have heard the
Oh, I know
slogan.
hams.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'll tell you something funny about hams in a moment.
fucker. But yeah, like there's one brewery, I think it might be Modest, I can't remember, but they do their own like kind of like shitty style American lager with like they even have like a Hams logo font like
Yeah.
name. I I don't really get the point of that stuff, but I guess like if you want, kind of that nostalgically cheap tasting lager, but you want like better ingredients, that's
Yeah.
something you can for. I, it's not for me, but
No. The
I
big
can see.
one the big one in Pittsburgh is Iron City beer. That's like the big and it's just the worst. It's awful. But I'll probably get shot on the street tomorrow for saying that. But it's just not good. But I did drink an Iron City beer the night of Super Bowl 43, whenever the Steelers won the Super Bowl. I did have one that night as a celebratory, hey, our team won. But last weekend there's a place called Liberty Beers. If anybody in Pittsburgh, go to Liberty Beers. They're amazing. They have a great selection. That's where I got this beer. Anyway, they had all their Christmas beers on clearance. They had 12 packs of Mad Elf. Are you familiar with Troeg's Mad Elf? Okay. It's like a Belgian. It's really strong. It's like 11%. And it drinks it higher than 11%. It'll fuck you up. And they had cases of 12 for $9.99, which is
Oh,
insane. So there was a guy in front of me holding a case of hams, and he's looking at the Christmas beers, and he looks at me and he was like, "Are any of these worth it?" And I was like, "Yeah, get the Mad Elf." I was like, "But don't drink more than like two or three, because I'm like pointing at the hams. I was like, two or three of those are like drinking the whole case of that, you know. So just be careful whenever you drink it because they're not crushable. Like you want to take your time. But
Oh,
yeah,
coward.
what's that?
I guess they're not crushable if you're a coward.
If you're a coward, yeah. I assumed he was a coward.
Not
I'm a
crushable
coward.
attitude, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, let's go with your selection.
Okay, so um this was, I think, the first time an Instagram ad actually worked on me. Um I've been drinking a lot of tea since I haven't really been drinking booze. Um I'd like to say that I experienced major life changes, but like I lost a few pounds and got mildly more productive. But other than that, no great revelations,
Yeah,
except I get a lot of Instagram ads for tea, I guess. Um, so this place does a lot of like weird fancy teas with like not the tea itself isn't fancy, but they do like weird blends. And I was like, I'm a basic bitch. I love this shit. So the one I am trying tonight is called Black Lodge. It's got this very government cheese font on the
I
package
like
here.
it.
So it's a black tea with smoky banana and truffle notes.
Nice.
I've had these teas before, and I I really enjoy them.
Is Black
It's
Lodge the is it a Twin Peaks reference?
yes, I think so. It's got to be. Um,
Also the name of a weird Anthrax song.
oh yeah, I'm sure those guys are Twin Peaks fans as well. But yeah, that's why I kept this lipstick on because it kind of makes me look like a drowned corpse. So kind of going for the
That's what we
thing.
all hope for. Yeah.
I do not have enough plastic wrap to mummify myself in, and I couldn't move around very well if that was the case. So, I guess I gotta kind of keep it half-assed here.
Yeah.
So I just brewed this tea a little earlier,
I
so
like
it
the
would,
color a lot.
yeah, so it would be ready and wouldn't burn me when I tried to sip it on video.
Oh, that was my next question if you were drinking it hot or cold. So you're drinking it hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure this is good iced, but that takes too long and I'm impatient.
Yeah.
Uh, so I smell the banana a little bit. There's like actual dried banana chips mixed in, so
Oh,
that
nice.
makes not super smoky, which I like really smoky teas.
Yeah.
There's a smoke like cardamom and vanilla one they make that's real good. And I like Lapsang Souchong, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but that's just plain smoked black tea. But I'm not smelling it so much in this one, so let's have a sip. Okay, I'm getting the smokiness now. It's pretty subdued. Thankfully the banana flavor isn't super overwhelming or super sweet. I think again that's because they're using actual banana and not like banana flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little bit in there, but it's very fairly subtle. There is flavoring listed on these ingredients, but that could be really, I suppose.
Yeah, you just made me think about some. I was trying to see if there was ingredients on the side of this beer to see if like was this just artificial flavoring or are they using the actual fruit, but it doesn't say.
I would guess artificial flavoring from how
Um,
you were.
yeah, I am too.
Yeah. I don't mean to knock artificial flavoring can be pretty useful when you need like kind of something more concentrated, but sometimes it can go extremely wrong.
No, that's that makes sense.
Hmm, this is nice. Um,
10 out of 10 would drink again.
I would say so, yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. Like when I was a little worried at the truffle notes thing because like I feel like whenever that's mentioned, it usually means some kind of like fake truffle oil situation,
Yeah.
where it's just this like kind of weird, acrid, barnyardy uh all that like I, with this it just seems like, oh, this tastes a little earthy, but not, overwhelmingly so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's um
So how do you actually brew? Because it doesn't. It's like loose, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I've never
I,
made loose tea, so I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know what. I don't know how that even works.
I got this little tea strainer,
Oh, okay.
um hangs over the side of my glass. Um, I also just bought one because I'm a sucker, which looks like a little dude just chilling.
Yeah.
But in the bottom of his torso is just a fine mesh strainer. I'm a, as you can tell, because I fell for an Instagram ad and I was like, oh, a tea named after Twin Peaks.
Look, I mean, that's the reason Instagram ads are there, right? For us to fall for them. I've fallen for them. I've bought stuff. I've trying to think if I've ever had any good experiences from a. I'm sure I have. I'm just not thinking of it.
My ads get a little skewed because like um my jujitsu friends have a disproportionate, I think, presence on Instagram in particular.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of ads for like workout gear and like
Yeah.
jujitsu gear and stuff,
Yeah.
which like it's fine, I guess. Like I have enough of those. So but like it doesn't really bother me. Um I get ads for shapewear, I guess, because I'm a woman in my 30s. Uh, I
I
don't
keep
know.
I keep getting honest to God, I keep getting ads for women's boxer briefs.
Oh, I get those too.
You get those too?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
it's okay. Maybe they're just targeting everybody. I was just like, I wear boxer briefs. Not anybody needs to know that, but I was like, is that why this is happening? Do they think I'm a woman? Do they think I'm going to wear women's boxer briefs? Why am I the audience here? I'm not
Either like
offended.
either think you look like a dude who knows women who want boxer briefs. I don't know.
That's fine. I can live with that. That's not a
Yeah,
big deal.
it's a specific target market, but I guess I can see like I don't know. I guess I'd be pretty pumped if Matt got me some boxer briefs. They're pretty comfortable. I mean, I don't know if those ones are, but
Yeah.
I do buy the boxer ladies when they pop up sometimes, which hard to find for some reason, which is
Yeah.
silly to me, you
Direct the
know.
ads to them. Just
Yeah.
forward them the ads. Hint.
I, those are I think those are stupid expensive though.
Oh, I'm
But
sure they are. Yeah. I can't tell you how many pairs of me undies underwear I have. We're not sponsored. That I've spent too much money on, and I'm just like, why do I have all these? But I like them, and their socks are really good.
I'm really bitter about MeUndies because like I listen to podcasts, so obviously I hear a MeUndies ad like once every 5 minutes on
Yeah,
average. And I was like, okay, let's check this nonsense out. And I do not think their bras go up to my size, which I guess is understandable because my size is a little freakish, but I was still like, damn it, I want a bra with dinosaurs on it. You only go up to like single D.
yeah. Come on, me undies.
Yeah, series, you
Me undies.
know,
If you make larger bra, if you make bigger bras, we will let you sponsor us.
yes, yes.
Someone tell me undies this.
I our dedicated fans will, buy all this underwear, we promise.
Yeah, I will. Maybe they'll start sending me some. Well, this has been it. This has been the drinking video. There's been beer, there's been tea. I didn't even make fun of the dumb conservatives bitching about Pink Floyd. Did I tell you my joke? Have you seen that thing?
No, oh God.
If you've
Okay.
missed this, you've just missed the dumbest shit ever. So Pink
Wait,
Floyd,
like they got mad because it was like the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon. Like they not only have not listened to the band or read a single interview with any member, they forgot what the cover looked like.
yep, yeah.
Stunning.
So
Oh, I can top that though. You maybe you maybe have seen this already, but I feel the need to state it, is apparently Tucker Carlson went on this little tear about how like
Oh, yes, I did.
THC school of the wokes
Yeah.
because it makes compliant and cigarettes are like, you know, I don't know what the argument was. Um, I will say, I mean, well, okay, we all know Tucker Carlson grew up wealthy, and I was
Yeah.
like, if you're talking about like things that make you compliant, like every kitchen I've ever worked in, like all the line cooks chain smoked, and like that was the thing that kept them from going out on in the dining room and just slaughtering everyone. So if you want to talk about making people compliant, I have seen tobacco calm down a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Man is stupid. He always looks like a dog that's been caught trying to bury its own shit in the carpet.
I think that's what he's always doing. I'm convinced. He's yeah. I mean,
I
to me, but my, I'm sure that somebody in the tobacco industry slipped him money because big tobacco, God forbid they lose some of their market share to, you know, THC, which
right.
um but yeah, it's just I am just constantly amused, never surprised, always amused by how they fall for every grift. It's like, just let's just give all the Republicans and all their followers, let's just load their houses with gas ovens and cigarettes, and watch them die one by one from the horrible health effects that will come from it. And that was my joke, was like the Pink Floyd thing. I'm like, the only way this could have pissed off Republicans more is if they also would have put an electric stove on it. So you would have had the rainbow and the electric stove, and off we go to Insaneville, Insania.
Oh, you know, like, and the stove thing is so dumb, like, because
Because it's not
it's
actually happening.
the most people, I think, like, we have a gas stove. It's
So
like, I don't have any political opinions about it. It exists in our kitchen because, like, our landlords put it there, not out of any like desire to make any statement, but because, like, that's kind of what their building's set up for.
yeah.
They own the building, and it's not like they can really afford to completely rip out like and redo our whole kitchen.
Yeah.
So that we're kind
Mhm.
of with it, and like I'm not gonna cry about it, but like, if we got an induction stove, that'd be neat.
Yeah.
Fucking
Every day is dumber than the one before it. I just, every day is dumber.
and like, the whole thing, like, the whole is it's like, oh, gas stoves may like kind of cause this uptick in like things like asthma, and like
Right. Yeah.
on getting rid of this, like we can't really get rid of our stove. I'm like, oh, okay, that's useful to know, like I'll
Yeah.
be a little more mindful about like how often I have the flame going.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, ways to absorb this information without throwing a shit fit about it. But
It's every day. Every day it's dumber.
seriously, we
Well,
live in
but
no, I was just gonna say we live in hell.
yeah, we do. I was
Like,
just gonna leave everybody with that. Let's end this on a good note, that we're in hell, and we're never getting out until we die.
hey,
We'll see y'all next week. Where's the I can't hit the stop button because my documents keep up, so I'm just gonna keep smiling.